Best teams in Marvel Strike Force for the month of June. There's been a couple shakeups, a couple things we want to consider. Let's take a look at the teams and what we can do with them. Alpha Flight is the newest team that's shown up this month. We're going to need them for the new Spotlight raids. You got Sunfire available in the Blitz store, so go ahead and start working him up. You'll get your Wolverine just by playing the game. One thing to note, Guardian and Northstar are both 100 shard unlocks. They can be difficult to get a hold of, so if you have some extra cores, might be a good time to pop 1 or 2 orbs just to try to close that gap a little bit. Another thing that's going to be helping us out this month is the special X Marks the Spot showcase. In there, just by playing the test drive portion in the early campaigns, you get 100 shards of Gambit, Cyclops, Nightcrawler, so they're putting your Extreme X-Men to work. You get 150 Psylocke, you get 50 Wolverine. So take advantage of that. It's going to be here for the duration of the month. Get it done with the characters that they give you for free. Doing well in Marvel Strike Force is about setting priorities. The most important team, the priority team I think we should be working on right now is the Extreme X-Men. As we just saw, they're giving you 3 of the members to put into play. The rest of the team is indeed farmable, so get the pieces of it that you can, work them up. They are so good. They help out in all game modes, and they're a lot of fun. The team that came out last month was the Mercs for money. So as you can see, we got them all worked up, including Old Man Logan. I'm telling you, this team is amazing. It is outstanding, if I do say so myself. So because we had our Extreme X-Men strong enough, we could go into a high difficulty and get Old Man Logan in a trial. So again, making sure you're working on the best teams that can do the most work pays off. Now I got a really strong team that can help me do more work down the road. But how about you? Were you able to get Old Man Logan? We want to look at another grouping of characters here. These kind of are just our special characters. They fall in their own category. We have the Eternals on the top, Tangled Web on the bottom. So Eternals are still being used in the end game as kind of a luxury team. If you don't have anything else to do, they can help you fill in the gaps early on. Same for the Tangled Web. Spider-Man Noir is on a new Spider Society team. But again, if you're missing members, you could plug in some of these other Tangled characters to help you keep going with that raid team. The #1 priority in Marvel Strike Force is to have fun. This is a game, so you want to do what you want to do to enjoy it. If you want to build up a team or a character that really isn't really good because you like them, do it. If you don't want to do something, don't do it. If you want to go hard, do it. Whatever it is that you like, this is just a game, so make sure you're having fun. The game mode you want to prioritize, if at all possible, is Arena. Arena is where you're going to get your power cores. It's PvP, so you might not always be able to control that, but if you can, you want to take advantage of Arena and do your absolute best. The last team that was designed for Arena is the Secret Defenders. If you can get a hold of them, they will do well for you. They're still being used in the end game right now, at least pieces of them, but we see that there's other characters that you can mix and match to help as well. Black Knight, definitely. Old Man Logan, Void Knight, Nightcrawler, or the rest of the Extreme X-Men, whatever you can do to mix and match to get something done, you want to do that. These are the characters that can help make that happen. Case in point, let's see what happened for me in the month of June. We were at 237th in my arena shard last time we spoke. Now we're sitting inside the top 50 at 42, and the difference is Old Man Logan. So when people say you can't catch up in this game or the game isn't free to play friendly, they're wrong. They don't know what they're talking about. Don't listen to them. Every piece of the puzzle, every step gets you closer, makes you better, makes you stronger, just like real life, right? It's just a real life lesson. So this is what's working out for me. Let's take a look and see at the top of my arena shard, see what's going on there. The guy clocking in at number 3 is UTP from the Walk Stars of No Cap. He's in the No Cap cluster. What's up, bro? So this cat has Dormammu, Black Knight, Apocalypse, Super Skrull, Old Man Logan. That's rough, right? I'm not up quite that far, obviously, but this is what this dude is working with. So this is an idea of what I should be able to, or I should be trying to power up. He's got that Black Knight back there. That's something that I can do. I should be working on that. Coming in at number 2 is Zar. Similar situation, right? He's got Secret Defenders though. So he's got Miss Marvel Hardlight. He's got Robbie, Ghost Rider, right? He's got that Black Knight back there. I don't have the Apocalypse, but it is something, the rest of those characters are in my control, right? I should be able to power some of those up, make advancement in the arena. We'll see what happens. And coming in at the first place, Simple Sweet Ken. This cat, he been at the top, I think, since we've been doing these videos. So the guy's doing something right. You know what I'm saying? What does he got? Once again, we got Robbie from the Secret Defenders. He got Black Knight. Those are things that are in my control. Now you might be saying, Gid, I can't beat these guys. You're not supposed to beat them. But by looking, you can see what you need to be working on, see what's attainable, right? So it's just showing me that Super Scroll is probably not as far off as I might think. Let's take a peek at what people are using more where I'm at. So we have some Eternals there on the team on the left, Secret Defenders in the middle, Extreme X-Men on the right, with more Eternals. So this is something that's being used at the higher end. I don't know if I have the luxury to invest in the Eternals, but people are getting some work out of them. It's working for them. If I hit the refresh button, let's take a peek at the rest. So we can see that everybody else here has Old Man Logan, Extreme X-Men, and we got some Eternals. So that tells me again, I'm doing the right thing. Keep investing in those Extreme X-Men, right? Is that something that's probably in your control? So take a peek at your arena shard. What's going on in there? Is there anything you can imitate, anything you can use to keep pushing your way up? The calendar this month is going to give us some villains there on the left-hand side. We can use them with the Cabal. We got Loki. He goes with the Bifrost team as well. And on the right, we got Secret Defenders. So if you're just loading in this month, you're already at least starting to get something that can help you do some work, especially those characters there that belong to the Secret Defenders. The month-long event character for this month is Dakin. You're going to get 100 shards of him just for showing up, just for playing the game as you work your way through the milestones. He's on that Mercs for Money team. Very strong, very powerful. Make sure you log in, get the stuff done, get you a good character. Priority number 3 is raids. You might not be able to control what happens in arena, but you can control what happens in raids, and this is where you're going to get a lot of your resources. You're going to work your way from Ultimus to Doom to the Incursion, and now we got these new Spotlight raids that are coming in on the side. So you want to grab the resources that are there. They're very good. This is what you're going to use to power up your characters. Our alliance currently is doing Doom 3 difficulty 4. So we're just a hop, skip, and jump away from Incursion. Really interested to see where the game can take us. The best skill raid team in the game is going to be the Spider Society. Brand new, really strong. And we want to focus in on something here, that Blue Isotope 8. You need Blue ISO to get farther and farther and do harder and harder raids. You also need Blue ISO to get Apocalypse. So we got a little bit of a decision to make here. Raids are your priority. That's how you're going to get stronger. I say focus in on the raids. Pegasus is still your go-to team as far as the tech lanes are concerned. You got Kestrel there, probably the most influential character in the game. Make it happen. As far as the mutant section goes, Extreme X-Men. As we said, this is an invaluable team. They can do a ton of work. They can get you through so much stuff in the game. And they're all farmable right now. So make sure you get a hold of them, use them to your advantage. The best Mystic team in the game right now is still Bifrost. Now, people might tell you not to build them. I'm never going to say to do anything like that. Unless they announce the new team, you keep building the old team, right? We know the Alpha Flight is this month's team. So even if somehow the next team was to be Mystic, that's 2 months. In 2 months, we could be an Incursion. So there's no point in waiting and holding up those resources, right? So go ahead and build them. Maybe don't put them at the top of your list. There's 5 styles of raid teams, so maybe put them at number 5, but I'm still going to be putting work on them. The best team for the bio raid lanes, Hive Mind. And now this month, they're all farmable. So make sure that you start picking them up. They too are a strong team. They could put you, you could put them to good use. Red Goblin, he's in the Crucible store. Void Knight is available in the Spotlight raids, and Gwenum is in the Blitz store. So take advantage of it, build yourself a strong team. Let's take a peek at the Spotlight raid orb. You're gonna get 5 Void Knight shards for every one of them you open. There's no randomness there, it's 5 every time. One of the pillars is gonna give you some of these characters here. So we got Extreme X-Men and Superior 6 members, very good. On the other pillar, we have Sinister 6 members, as well as the rest of the Extreme X-Men. So you're building 2 good teams here. You got Vulture at the bottom, put him there just because I cut him off. So just so you can see he's in the orb. We also have Sunfire for the Alpha Flight team. So you got a lot of good pieces in here. You got Swarm, and you got old school Green Goblin, not the guy you want. So maybe those 2 cats aren't very good, but the rest of this is going to build your roster. And we've been taking advantage of that as an alliance. So if we look at our raid season results, the last time we spoke, we were ranked 5,291. Now we're sitting at 3,873. So the stuff is working. These are good teams. Use them, chew through the content, get the rewards. Priority number 4 in this game is Cosmic Crucible. We still got a winning record. We're coming in at 29-9. We're doing well. We're building some good teams. They're coming in handy. Let's take a peek at what we're doing. First up, we got Cabal. We built them up fairly decently because of the Old Man Logan trial. They're strong, right? They're 3-piece. You plug in 2 more villains. They amplify the damage. Really good plug and play. They are the king of Crucible at the moment. New Warriors is a team we definitely been working on. The problem is Deathpool now belongs to the Mercs for Money team. So I'm not 100% sure what to do with her. I'm probably going to just keep her over there on Mercs for Money. I could still use a 4-piece, put in somebody else to round them out. I'm not going to actively build this team anymore. I'm kind of pivoting to the next team on the list. So next team up is the Superior Six. We got our Green Gobby Classic unlocked, so I need to get some power into him. Otherwise, once again, the Superior Six, they're a great team and they specialize in Crucible. After we get that Green Gobby powered up, I'm going to be working on the Masters of Evil. They're the next strongest Crucible team. Kang the Conqueror is ridiculous. If you're far enough along in the Incursion campaign, you can farm him directly. Otherwise, you just got to wait for him to drop. The other characters, all free to play friendly as well. And I need this team if I'm going to unlock Nova. Here's my Crucible stats for the time being. Last time we spoke, we were in 121,479. We closed the gap some to 108,574. We're in Silver 2 still. Again, as we mentioned before, 29-9. Just do what you can. But I do want to say things seem to be working. You can do well. You can catch up in this game. Priority number 5 is Alliance War. It's the most labor intensive. You need 10 teams on offense, 10 teams on defense. So that's 20. So it takes time to fill your roster out to that extent. Our alliance is doing well. We are at 49-19. Still got a winning record. Let's go. War team we put the most effort into is Out of Time. They were needed for the Old Man Logan unlock, so we try to put as much investment in them as possible. They're made for defense, but they will work well on offense. We put a lot of time and effort into our new Avengers. We got them at the level you see, and we were able to unlock Green Goblin Classic, which again, that's going to pump up my Superior Six. They're a great war team as well. They're made for defense, but they work well on offense. And again, just lead into that Green Goblin theme, the Sinister Six. So the original members, they got buffs for Alliance War when the teams got reworked. So there's Superior Six, which are the newer members for Crucible. The Sinister Six, the older members, which they buffed up for War. They were super good, right? Some of those characters are still really good. So if you need a foundational team, it should be Extreme X-Men. Then if you have nothing else to do, perhaps the Sinister Six is a couple pieces you can fill in the meantime. Let's take a look at the stats. So last time we spoke, we were at 7,917 and we fell off a little bit. We're currently ranked 8,012. We've lost a couple matches. We just got to talk a little bit, coordinate. We had some heavy hitters, right? We're starting to get into that part where you're getting matched up with people you're not supposed to beat. Lost those. We got to win the ones that we can, right? Win the ones that they give you. Keep moving forward, getting the rewards. Good for your teams. Now, with everything that happened this month, I think I'm now of the opinion that when it comes to the Horseman characters, when it comes to Apocalypse, I'm not going to chase after them. I'm not saying don't build them. I'm not saying don't unlock them, but they're not going to be my priority. I'm going to focus in on the newer legendary characters. One of the things that really changed my mind was Old Man Logan. He's made a really big difference. I've been able to beat Apocalypse matchups at my level, right? That's impressive because of that character. So I'm thinking now it's time to pivot. I'm going to work on the newer legendary characters, right? We got Green Goblin Classic. He is used as an Apocalypse counter in the end game, right? Not that he's a super hardcore lock like you have to have him, but he is being used. Black Cat as well. Black Cat is made, her team, the Secret Defenders, were made to fight Apocalypse. In Nova, he counters most of the original Horseman teams. So because there's 4 of them, I probably need to start leaning in that direction. Looking at the power of Old Man Logan, who will be the next legendary character? How strong will that cat be, right? You got to keep up with the times. Can't always look back. I got to make sure we're moving forward. Apocalypse is awesome, but I can't keep putting power into outdated characters just to get one good character. This is our account right now. So last time we spoke, I was level 80. Now we're at level 89. We were at 5 million power last time. We made it to 8 million. 253 characters unlocked. That just leaves me with 32 left, right? Most of those are like Super Scroll and whatnot, some other legendary characters. So hey man, we're doing good. So what does your roster look like? Who would you say are the best teams?
We got extreme X-Men, they're so tough. Mercs for money, yeah, they call you bluff. Spider Society, they swinging high. Whoa. Alpha Flight, ready to touch the sky. Yo, June 2024, come and see. These the best teams in Marvel, guaranteed. Hit that like, drop a sub, stay in tune, cause we dropping knowledge afternoon to noon.